third and final act of our Carabao Cup triple header weekend here on USM. Today, the One Call Stadium in the Midlands in Mansfield is the site where Mansfield Town, the Stags, look for a cup shot against the Blades of Sheffield United. Hello again, everybody. I'm Seth East. Thank you so much for being with us. We even saved you the best seat in the house. Mansfield and Sheffield United, our last cup tie of the weekend, the penultimate cup tie of the weekend, as the League Cup has gotten right into the mixer of a new season before the league even starts. Mansfield Town, of course, beginning their 130th season, and under the management of Nigel Clough, have managed themselves to be a pretty strong club in League One. We'll give you the starting lineups for the two teams real quick. Mansfield Town have made four new signings in the transfer window. Two of them get calls today, including 38-year-old veteran David McGoldrick, once a Sheffield United player. He's one of two players who arrived on a free transfer from Barnsley. The other is John Russell, who also starts today. Here's the rest of the starting. Here's the rest of the Mansfield Town starting lineup for today's match. In goal will be 21, Harry Lewis. The rest of the outfield players in the mirror quarter. Number 3, Stephen McLaughlin. Number 5, Ryan Sweeney. Lucas Akins, a veteran, is number 7. Number 13 is John Russell. McGoldrick, 17. 19, Tyler Roberts. Number 20, Fraser Blake Tracy. Number 23, Deji Oshalaja. Number 24, Regan Hendry. And number 25, Lewis Reed. Chris Wilder's men have made three permanent signings and one loan signing for Chris Wilder's Sheffield United, yet none of the new Blades feature in the first starting 11 of the campaign for the Blades. So their lineup: Michael Cooper's in goal, number 1. The rest of the order in numerical order: number 2, Japhet Tanganga; number 7, Tom Cannon; 10, Callum O'Hare; 24, Taith Chong; 25, Mark McGuinness; number 33, Reese Norrington Davis. Femi Sariki wears number 38. Number 42, Sidney Peck. 45, Patrick Bamford. And number 48, Joe Rothwell. Just about set to get this one underway. Mansfield Town, 10th in League One last season. Nigel Clough's team, a very, very good season, 65 points. Comfortable in the end. 16 league wins last year, including a win at Bolton. And they went the last 6 matches of the season unbeaten. They made it to the 5th round of the FA Cup a season ago, defeating Harrogate, Accrington, Sheffield United in a 3rd round tie 4-3 at Bramall Lane. Also knocked out Burnley of the Premier League before losing to Arsenal, the Premier League champions, 2-1. Mansfield played 2 matches in this cup last year as we're underway from sunny One Call Stadium as the Stags and the Blades continue League Cup opening weekend. On the right-hand side, Mansfield going from right to left as you pay attention to this one. And here's a first touch for McGoldrick. Now here is Akins. Akins trying to play it in towards McGoldrick. Mansfield going right to left in the yellow shirt. Sheffield United in white going from left to right. And this particular broadcaster can be glad that Sheffield United's not going with their normal candy stripe. To finish the year in review for Mansfield a season ago, 2 matches they played in this particular competition. They won in the first round against Chesterfield before losing 2-0 in the second round away to Everton. They were bottom, and they were also bottom of their group in the EFL trophy. Will Evans and Reese Oates were the two leading goal scorers. They each had 11. Evans is now at Plymouth Argyle. Oates does play for Mansfield, but he's not in the... Oates is still here, but he's not in the starting 11. How Mansfield operate their system. Chris Wilder and Sheffield United was a weird deal. Before the season ended last year, before the season began, Wilder and Sheffield United agreed to mutually have the contract mutually terminated, but mutually agreed to have the contract terminated. But then Ruben Sells lost his first 5 games. It was the worst start in the club's history, and Sheffield United told the 58-year-old, you know what? We apologize. Come back and help us, please. And he did. It wasn't a great year, per se. A team that's when they're in the championship, they always seem to be in the promotion mix, but they really weren't last year. That slow start kind of doomed them. They ended up 13th in the championship, 13 points out of a playoff spot. Here's a cross for Mansfield, and Cooper ends up getting it. Finished on 60 points. They were in the bottom 4. They were in the relegation zone for 15 of the first 16 weeks of the season, but eventually did pick it back up. But for only 1 week only 2 weeks of the season were they ever in the top half of the table. Very un-Sheffield United-like season. Did, however, do the double over their hated rivals from across the town. Beat Ipswich 3-1 in January. That was a pretty big win as well. Sheffield United, as mentioned, Mansfield dumped them out of the FA Cup at the 3rd round. In this competition, the League Cup, they also went out at the first hurdle 2-1, losing at Birmingham. Here is a ball play here. Kicks it back out now to Chong. Chong trying to play it in, and flexion. Oh, it's poorly dealt with. Cannon with a shot. Another shot. Cannon. 3rd bite of the cherry, and it's gone in. Mansfield appeal for offside, but they only have themselves to blame due to the Stags, and it's last season's top goal scorer, Patrick Bamford, who I believe got the final touch. Horrendous Mansfield defending, and 4 minutes in, the Blades have the lead. I mean, goodness only knows. Goodness only knows what Mansfield were actually doing back there. It's a poor clearance from Russell. Cannon had the first shot blocked. Cannon with the second attempt. And then he came back to me at a 3rd attempt, and it ricocheted off of Bamford, who was in the right place at the right time. That's what strikers are supposed to do. Bamford, 13 goals in all competitions last season, led this team, and he has gotten them off to an excellent start. Now Mansfield looking for the response. Ball's going to come straight to Michael Cooper, 26-year-old from Exeter, England, starting in goal for Sheffield United. Been with the club since the summer of 2024. Made 34 appearances for the Blades last season. Was in the 24-25 season, he was Sheffield United's player of the season. He also was the League One Golden Glove winner in the 21-22 campaign when he was playing at Plymouth Argyle. Year after that, he helped Plymouth win League One. Ball goes back to Cooper, and gonna head that out of play. Mansfield working with it now. Their goalkeeper, Harry Lewis. More on him in a minute. Here's Sweeney. Now, Blake Tracy with it. Good fight for it. Here is This was in a bit of a straight jacket there. Chris Wilder looking on. Seeing getting a bit of a fortunate bounce to start, but you need those in sports. Anybody will I think anybody will tell you that. Sheffield United playing this ball long now. Here is Chong. Chong running at speed, trying to tee up Sariki. Sariki's cross slightly blocked, and Sheffield United can try to break the other way, but it goes all the way back. Chris Wilder, 58-year-old from Stocksbridge, England. Been quite around the managerial go-around. This is his third different spell. Sheffield United. He's also managed at Alfreton, Halifax, Oxford, Northampton, Middlesbrough, and Watford. Among his honors, winning promotion via the conference playoffs with Oxford in 2010, won League Two with Northampton in 2016. The next year he won League One with Sheffield United and won promotion to the Prem in 2019. The manager of the year in that 2018-19 season. This goes back now to Lewis. Mansfield played from the back. Harry Lewis, 28 years of age. He's from Shrewsbury, England. Previously was played for Dundee United, Bradford City, and Carlisle United. The grandson of former Shrewsbury and Stockport goalkeeper Ken Mulhern. Really did not get much playing time at all last season. Only made one appearance for Mansfield. And then on loan, he made just 5 for Carlisle United. Mansfield with it again at the back. Like Tracy now trying to play it over to Lewis. Now can the Stags work on something here? Here's McLaughlin. Reed. Russell. Now McGoldrick playing out wide. Trying to deliver a cross. He's usually better at receiving crosses than he is at delivering them. Nigel Clough, this 60-year-old from Sunderland, of course, you know that name, what that means. The son of the great Brian Clough, the great manager. He was quite a good striker himself until injuries really derailed his career. He's managed twice at Burton Albion. He also managed Sheffield United for a short time from 2013 to 15. Also was a manager at Derby County. He's been with Mansfield since 2020. Won them promotion a few seasons ago from League Two. The manager of the season in that particular campaign. Here's Sheffield United working with the ball now. Here is Cannon. Now over to Peck. Lay off from Chong, now back to Sariki. Now Peck. Bamford. Cannon. Good passing left side. Or the cross. Just the cross not there. Goes back to Cannon though. Try to squeeze it through back and foul. No foul. Intercepted. And Mansfield now able to kick a long way left side. The backwards header goes back to Cooper off the back header from McGinnis. Pre-season for both these teams. Mansfield won 2 and lost 2. They defeated Northern County's East League Premier League side Retford United, as well as 4-0 winner over Alfredton Town. Their defeats in the preseason coming to Barrow and Derby. Now here is Akins. He delivers a cross in. Back to Chong, who does the recovery. Sheffield United's preseason. More diversity. They had an unbeaten preseason. There. Preseason 1-4 and drew 2. The draws came against Chesterfield and VFL Bochum. Their wins, they beat Halifax, Huddersfield, Rotherham, and the Spanish club Levante in a match that was played behind closed doors. Here is Oshalaja with it. Now it's looking for Gustavo Hammer. Now it's Peck. Peck controlling the action in the midfield. 1-0 Sheffield United, as you see on your screen. We have played just over 13 minutes. Patrick Bamford with the goal. One of the more fortuitous goals he's ever scored in his long career. Blades are trying to go attack it long again. Goes back to Sariki. Sariki. Sheffield United now with Cannon. Cannon, a good play here by Cannon. Trying to break free out of that was McLaughlin, but it went out of play. Still 1-0. Opening weekend of the League Cups. The League Cup campaign. As Sheffield United with the 1-goal advantage. This tries to kick it upfield. There's going to be a foul as O'Hare had a bit of a collision with Akins. Long ball now to McLaughlin. McLaughlin now gives it to Regan Hendry. Regan Hendry now back to Sweeney. Oh, Sweeney dispossessed, and now Sheffield United have a lot of space to run. Chong on the right-hand side needs a little bit more support. He cuts to his left, and his pass is deflected. It's blocked and into the feet of a Mansfield player. So a bit of a let-off there for Mansfield. Here's McGoldrick. And Landry. This is Reed. Now McGoldrick going to try his luck from goal. Try his luck from distance for goal, but it did not work. 38-year-old, born in Nottingham, England, but his international career saw him represent the Republic of Ireland. He was eligible to play for them after researching and finding out that he had a biological grandfather born in the country. His nickname is Didsy. As we bring Jerry Punch to the EFL Cup. The Carabao Cup does it for you. Last season, McGoldrick, 18 goals in 41 appearances for Barnsley. Of course, he played at Sheffield United for 4 years, from 19 to 22, 4 seasons, 30 goals in 136 appearances. Mansfield to the penalty area. Roberts is offside, though. There are 2 Roberts on the Mansfield team, I should note, but the only one that is starting is Tyler Roberts, who represents Wales at international level. He's from Gloucester. Has played for Leeds is where he did most of his playing. He's also played for West Brom, made appearances for West Brom, Oxford, Shrewsbury, Walsall, QPR, Birmingham, Northampton, and Mansfield. Played at Mansfield last year on loan from Birmingham. 13 appearances and 3 goals. He scored for the Stags last season. '19th minute, 1-0 lead for Sheffield United. Here's Mansfield one more time with Ocean Elijah, and he loses out. In the 20th minute. Here's another cross for Chong. McLaughlin's back there to defend it only half. Comes back to Chong. Chong. Over the blind chance, and it's tipped over. Now here comes Sheffield United with another chance. Nothing. 22nd minute. Right hand, right side. Lewis in a little bit of trouble. Now here is Sheffield United. The throw in area is Sariki. He's throwing dealt with. Out of play. 23rd minute here. 1-0 lead for Sheffield United. Big day across our channels and our sister stations. IndyCar racing later today for Portland. And the NASCAR Cup Series returns from its off week. You'll be with us at 3 Eastern. 3 Eastern premieres 3:30 green flag from the Iowa Speedway. The Iowa Corn 350. Here's Sariki for Sheffield United. Right hand side, can he keep it in? Stays in. Emperor trying to get a touch. A little chip in. Half-hearted appeals for a handball. Comes back out Chong. Trying to chip it forward to the left-hand side. Blades trying to work with it. Chung. Fighting for the ball. A slide challenge. No fouls. Mansfield wanted it. Sariki to Chong. Plays it across and a big-time miss by Cannon. Big-time miss. Well, we have Tom Cannon as 7, but apparently Rothwell's wearing 7. And, well, there's a handball. That could have been a handball called. VAR today, but '25th minute. Goldrick. Now it's Akins for Mansfield. 26th minute. Is the cross. Blocked. Another chance for Mansfield, and it gets saved by Cooper. Akins. Mansfield now with Sweeney just inside the attacking half. There's a little chip now with Russell. Goldrick now over to Reed. Reed Sharkey trying to play it. Now gets it back to McLaughlin. He whips it in. Good first touch of the penalty area. Second touch deflected, but wide of the mark. Golden opportunity for Mansfield, but it was not taken. Chong. Now Sariki trying to run for Sheffield United. Bamford. Well, Bamford intercepted by Hendry. Mansfield, a golden opportunity just a minute ago, but could not capitalize on it. When you're the underdog, you've got to do just that. Sheffield United with some potential subs working here, and the reason why is because Taith Chong is down. This is going to lead to a bit of a hydration break. We'll take a break with them. We'll be right back on Ultimate Sports Media. So back we are in a hydration break, and play actually has resumed. We have played 31 minutes. Sheffield United leading Mansfield by a goal to nil. Here come Mansfield with Blake Tracy. Now, here's a long ball for Mansfield. They do anything with that said long ball? No, the answer to that question. Peck. Play it in. It goes to him left-hand side. Trying to pick out Bamford. Mansfield had a defender get in the way and cleared away to safety by Lewis, the goalkeeper. Now Sariki. Brief stumble. Now fight for it fight for it. Sheffield United have it in the attacking half. Here's Chong going for goal. Good block. Still loose. And a good save by Lewis. Sheffield United looking for that second goal that they feel would be most beneficial to them. Nigel Clough looking on, wondering what he might have to do as far as a team talk. Here's Reed for Mansfield. Watchalong. Now win it back inside of their own half. Good long ball right-hand side. Picked off. Good job, Mansfield defensively now. Stags might want to run with it here. Reed. Good pass. Now it is Cannon. Cannon now back to Sariki. That's Sariki. Right-hand side. Sariki now trying to work with it. Here is Cannon. Nice little 1-2 with Cannon. Peck. Sariki. Moving the ball around. This is Sariki. Chong with it. Pass picked off. Back it goes. Mansfield's working with it. Now on the right-hand side, they've got numbers. Right-hand side, this is Sariki. Sariki. And trying to play it in. Couldn't do it. Sheffield United have the lead, but they would like more goals. So apparently Cannon is 8. We were given some false information by the darn buzzard people on some of these numbers, and for that we apologize. I'd like to apologize for that mistake. We're bringing all the people, dead or alive, we're bringing the old racing announcers to the Carabao Cup. That was Bill Weber. I apologize for that language. You gotta love Bill Weber. Yeah. You had to love him. What a guy he was. Here's McLaughlin for Mansfield. Now McGoldrick, left-hand side, and he's trying to run at pace. Still has some pace in those 38-year-old legs. Of course, the pace is what made him such a commodity in the Football League in his early career. He's clipped from behind. Referee's going to have a word and the first yellow card of the match. And the first yellow card of the match goes to Femi Sariki. He's been with Sheffield United on their books since 2019. He's been loaned to 4 different clubs, but has found more consistent playing time the last 2 seasons. 62 in the last 2 seasons. Here is a long ball for Mansfield on the free kick. Couldn't do anything with it. It comes only as far back as Reed. Now another cross. Decent delivery, but it's an easy save in the end for Cooper, who tries to throw it long. And now it is Chong. Whoa, stumbling there. Chong must have been subbed. Actually, it's not Chong yet. Chong must have been subbed off. We'll try to get word. We're trying to get word on that because we don't have the roster we use. We don't have an 11 on there. That was misplaced too. And it is who is the 11 that's come on here? We've just found out it is Ramel Donovan who has come on. Ramel Donovan, he's one of the new blades. He's on a season-long loan from Brentford. Now here is Henry. Now to McLaughlin. Now, Sheffield United have a real chance. Mansfield have numbers stretched out. O'Hare teeing up Bamford. Shot took another deflection, but it goes wide of the mark. Mansfield back in possession, trying for a little flick to McGoldrick, but it goes back to Cooper. Sheffield United with it. 5 minutes to go until half. Coming up at half, a roundup of all the action from the League Cup first round and the preliminary round. Of course, one more match tomorrow. That is Plymouth against Exeter. Great rivalry that is. We hope you'll be with us for that one. So now Bamford for Sheffield United trying to chip it forward. Hendrick lost out. Now Cannon has it for Sheffield United. One ball for Mansfield. Now here is McLaughlin. Cross, a decent one. Tanganga had to deal with it. It's going to be a Mansfield corner. So Mansfield with this corner. Hendry takes. Fidgeting around. Chance, oh, good save for Mansfield, and a good reflex save by Cooper. A good header, not the best header in the world. And it was volleyed back in, and Cooper does a very good job of denying Mansfield that goal. Here is a corner. It's taken short. Chipped back in towards Hendry. Blake Tracy. Now Blake Tracy. Bamford. Just an incredible save right there by Cooper. Another Mansfield corner. Again, it is dealt with. Inside for Mansfield. Cross. Shot from Hendry. Deflected. Sariki back there providing the defensive cover. It's going to be a corner for Mansfield. Corner and a foul in the area as McGinnis and Hendry had a coming together. Have played the 45 minutes. Still waiting to tell you how much stoppage time there will actually be, and the answer to that is 1. Another Mansfield corner. I've had a bunch of them here. Again, Hendry sweeps it in. Sheffield United able to deal with it this time. McLaughlin tried to head it towards goal. Sheffield United with a long ball. It goes all the way back out to Lewis, the Mansfield goalkeeper. Sariki. It's a bit of a from there offside against Mansfield, and that's probably going to be your final involvement of the first half for this one. And now the goal kick and free blows, and that's halftime. Well, Patrick Bamford has the lone goal of this game via a rather fortuitous deflection. Sheffield United have had a few chances. Mansfield had the chances coming in towards the end of the first half, but they still have not been able to put it in the net. And it's the favored Blades, the favored visitors, who lead after 45. At the break, it's Mansfield Town 0, Sheffield United 1. You see the score 1-0 in favor of Sheffield United as we get set to restart the second half. In just a few moments, we will restart the second half. Of course, the new EFL Cup campaign, again, for those of you might be new to the sport after being caught World Cup fever and wondering where's some of the bigger names, you'll have to wait until, for some, round 2, for some, round 3, the 67th edition of this event, which, of course, is exclusive, this first round exclusive to the 70 clubs, those from strictly the Championship, League 1, and League 2. Now, there was a preliminary round earlier this year. That is what is happening. The second round, 11 Premier League clubs not involved in the European competitions will join the second round the week commencing August 24th. The third round is the round of 32, and the week commencing September 7th and September 14th, the 9 Premier League clubs from European competition will join. From there, it's on to the fourth round. The round of 16 will take place the week commencing the 26th of October. The quarterfinals will be right around Christmas time, the week commencing December 14th. The semifinals, two-legged semifinals. The first legs will be the week commencing January 11th. The second leg commencing February 1st. The final one leg at Wembley on March the 21st. The competition began with 2 preliminary round matches that took place last weekend. Rochdale beating Tranmere and Crawley beat York. First round action there, Wolves beat Port Vale. We had that one for you 3-0. In the northern, they kind of divide them into sections too. In the northern section, it was Middlesbrough 1, Wrexham 0. Barnsley 1, Wigan 1. Barnsley winning that one 6-5 on penalties. Bradford beat Rochdale 2-0. Burnley needed penalties to see off Notts County 4-3. Blackburn 2-1 winners over Burton Albion. It was Crewe Alexandra 2, Accrington Stanley 1. Lincoln a 2-1 winner over Derby. Fleetwood 1, Chesterfield 0. Grimsby 1, Blackpool 3. Preston 1, Huddersfield 1. Preston winning at 4-3 on penalties. Also, same scoreline for Shrewsbury defeating Salford. Sheffield Wednesday 1-0 win over Bolton. Doncaster beat Stockport on penalties. Stoke 2-0 over Oldham. And West Brom 4-1 over Rotherham. In the southern section, it was Walsall 1-0 winner at Bristol City. A big surprise there. Wickham 1, Stevenage 2. Cambridge 2, Barnet 1. QPR 1, Millwall 1. Millwall winning 2-0 on penalties. Wimbledon 1, Newport 1. Wimbledon winning 5-4 on penalties. Bristol Rovers 0, Peterborough 1. Bromley 1, Reading 1. Reading winning 5-4 on penalties. Cardiff 3, Swindon 2. Gillingham 0, Luton 3. Leicester 1, Northampton 0. Leyton Orient 2, Oxford 0. Norwich 4, MK Dons 1. Swansea 0, Birmingham 1. Watford 1, Crawley 0. West Ham 3, Portsmouth 1. Cheltenham 1, Charlton 3. And Colchester 0, Southampton 2. Plymouth Exeter tomorrow. The draw for the third round, by the way, will be made after that Plymouth Exeter game tomorrow night. Sheffield United are making a change out of the locker room. And it'll be number 14, Harrison Burrows, coming on for the Blades. Also looks as if Reese Oates is going to come on for Mansfield here. The second half underway. Sheffield United will go from right to left in their white shirts. Mansfield the opposite end in their gold or yellow, whatever you want to call them, shirts. Mansfield looking for possession, and McLaughlin, he was yanked out. I think there was a foul in the build-up against Mansfield for that. Now Akins for Mansfield. Running at pace here. This is Lucas Akins. Now Reed. Reed now gets it to Oshalaja. O'Hare was yanked down. Mansfield, in confirmation of the change, Tyler Roberts off, and on is Reese Oates, who, as we mentioned earlier, was the top goal scorer. Last year, Norrington Davies, the man making way for Sheffield United, but yeah, it was co-league scorer last year. Here's Donovan on the right-hand side for Sheffield United. Let's review the cross. It's all the way through up to here. Bamford. Burrows on the left-hand side, trying to get a good play. Peck lays it in, back to Rothwell. Now, Sariki. Right-hand side, here is a long cross, and it's going to go over everybody. Sheffield Giant have with Sariki on the right-hand side. Long ball. Donovan to give chase. And Donovan. Let's again. Donovan keeps it in. And across. Now here is Burrows. Burrows having a crack at it. Peck, I beg your pardon, having a crack at it, and goes just wide of the mark. That's the diving Lewis. There's another corner. Bamford tried to get contact on it. Wasn't there, though. Another Mansfield cross. Good long ball and out of play. Peck with the throw in. Sheffield United were in their own half briefly. Cannon. Good long ball. This is Bamford. Bamford has it. Blades working again on the right-hand side. Chance for Peck. Peck Straight jacket. Mansfield clear bank. Mansfield bank is Cooper, though. Again, the Blades will have to string it together from the back. Excellent ball is going to go out of play. Mansfield have a throw in. Now it's their turn to try and work it from the back. Now here's Peck for Sheffield United. Back to Sariki, right hand side, and Sariki couldn't quite reach it. Sheffield United. There's Phil Jones. I thought that looked like him. Former player for both Blackburn and Manchester United. Last edition of God, I'm Old. Now seeing him as an assistant coach. Now let's go back inside here for Mansfield. Inside. Aikens. Shalaja's cross. Riki deflects. Now a free kick for Mansfield. Reed's going to play it in. Blake Tracy tried to get ahead to it. He's defended and headed behind for a corner. Ricky wears the captain's armband today. Corner kick. Reed jumping out for it. Into the mixer. McGoldrick tried to attack it. Couldn't do it. Now it's Sweeney. Back towards McGoldrick. Cooper. Able to make the save. Sheffield United now. Played. It goes back towards Blake Tracy. Now Sheffield United left-hand side. Or Mantle left side. Henry. Can Henry keep it in? Can't. minute. Donovan trying to get ahead to it. Couldn't do it. Akins now, Mansfield. They've given it a go here in the second half so far. Russell a long ball. Mind if you like what you're seeing and more importantly hearing, leave us a comment. Hit that. Leave a comment if you'd like to comment. But our main thing we ask you to do is like, subscribe, smash the notification bell so you'll be notified of future USM events. Now McGoldrick running for Sheffield United. Cannon has committed a foul. Mansfield have a free kick in a somewhat dangerous position here. Reed is over it. Massive moment in the game here. Just shy of the hour mark. And it's a Mansfield free kick. Here it comes. Reed went for goal from a long way out, and it was just over the bar. And he's frustrated with himself. But Mansfield's got a couple of more fresh faces to come on. Going to be number 4, Elliot Hewitt, and number 16, Liam Thompson. They are the ones that are going to come on here. We'll find out in a minute who they're replacing. So Sweeney and Hendry are the two that are making way. Liam Thompson, of course, one of the new players. He just signed for the club 4 days ago for an undisclosed fee from Derby County. Scored his first championship goal last December in a win against Sheffield Wednesday, but injuries and fell down the pecking order, and he was finding playing time tough, so Mansfield it was for him as Sheffield United were on the break, but we dealt with it. Derby, Sheffield United, Mansfield dealt with it. The other signing, of course, that's on now, new player is come on, is Elliot Hewitt, 32-year-old Welshman, who's been at the club since 2021. Was Mansfield's Player of the Year in 2022, and in 2024, he led the Stags to promotion. He helped the Stags, too. So good to see Elliot Hewitt back in there. Now, Sheffield United coming through after losing possession as play resumes. We pick up the action with Donovan having a crack. And nearly a goal on his debut, but just a little over the bar. There's the Sheffield United throw in from Burrows. It's past the hour. Still 1-0. Mansfield with a break. McGoldrick has a little space to work with here. McGoldrick tried to play it in. It was a very, very poor pass. And Lewis Reed has now been shown a yellow card for his trouble. Here's O'Hare. And leaving it through, and Lewis with the smother. Long ball played here. And now maybe a chance. Oh, keeper's in no man's land. Oh, but Oates, his dribble took him too far. And a big let off for Cooper. The angle would have been tight anyway, to be fair. But goodness gracious me. How close to an equalizer for Mansfield Town, who I would argue have actually been the better side here in this second half. End-to-end stuff. Another ball played. It was trying to get into the center there. Still not over yet. Hewitt. Akins, and Akins loses out. Now, Sheffield United are going to bring another substitution. We'll see if it's one of their 3 permanent signings they've made so far in the offseason. Reed trying to play it in the middle of the field. Peck fought for it and Did pretty well, to be fair. Sheffield United trying to look around again. Here's a chance, maybe. Peck playing it back in the own half. Like that, the Sheffield United new player that's going to come on, we think, is going to be Ollie Arblaster. That's the 4 we're given. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the 4 that comes on, though. Changing numbers on us. How dare they? Now here's Sheffield United coming through its pace. O'Hare. It's Bamford. Hewitt, the last line of defense, gets it away. Now McGoldrick trying to get off onto a bad back pass. Poor from Burrows. McGoldrick trying to get on there. Cooper, though, on rushing and making the save. Now O'Hare. Sheffield United have it now once again with Cannon. Chip there. Oh, nearly caught Lewis snapping. Had to be careful with that. And he was. Just about out of trouble. Now double change here for Sheffield United. Looking like Arblaster and One. It's like Rothwell is coming off. He also coming on. We'll find out who he replaced here in just a minute before we go and wax poetically on them. So Arblaster is on for Rothwell. That's a confirmed change. And it's Bamford who comes off to make way for One. Sheffield United with a corner. Header! Oh, great header! 2-0. That's a little bit harsh on Mansfield, but what a header by Mark McGuinness. And now Sheffield United can take a big step towards the second round of the League Cup. What a great header off the set piece. And Mark McGuinness doesn't score many. In fact, that's only the 12th goal of his career. And just his second with Sheffield United. But he scores here. Typical center back header from a set piece. Get your head on it. Beat the keeper. Lewis couldn't get there, helplessly aiming for it. And a priceless second for the Blades. Now Mansfield have it all to do in the last 20 minutes, and Sheffield United, their noses up. They want a third. They want to really make sure. Trying to play one in. Good play. Donovan with a shot that's blocked. Oh, very poor pass. Mansfield will win it away for the, at least only for the time being. Reed trying to defend. Now Nigel Clough trying to work subs. He's got two more he can use. Sheffield United with a free kick. From the right-hand side, here is a Sheffield United free kick. And it's cleared away by McLaughlin. So here is McGoldrick coming off. And coming on in his place will be the fourth and finally. And also McLaughlin has been replaced by Mariah Welsh. So let's get confirmation here. Smith and Mariah Welsh. And from Guyana. Michael Smith, of course, another one of the new signings, arriving on a free transfer from Preston North End, where he scored 3 goals in 37 appearances last season for the championship club. He's in the League One Team of the Year the 2021-2022 season when he was playing for Rotherham. Guyana international Nathan Mariah Welsh, born in Chelsea, England. He scored 3 times for his country. He's played for Newport County and Hibs, as well as Mansfield. First year with the club last year. 37 appearances in all competitions. And he even scored a goal. Mansfield Town back in action in just 6 days' time. They host Doncaster Rovers to start their League One campaign. First 8 matches, we'll do what we've been doing. The first 8 matches of the season, plus any Derby match. You need to hold that thought, though, because they nearly had a third. Sheffield United. Cannon's one over the bar. Doncaster at home to start the season. The first of their 3 league games in August. Then on the 22nd, they go to Peterborough. They're back home on August 29th against Luton. September 1st, they're away to Reading. At Bradford on September the 5th. Then back home to play Huddersfield. Travel to Burton. And their final match in September of the first 8 is a home game with Leyton Orient. They also have a local rivalry on Halloween against Notts County. Mansfield are in the group stage of the EFL Trophy. They're in Northern Group D. They'll be with Chesterfield Port Vale, the Manchester City U21s. They play their first game against the City under-21s on the 19th of August. Their other group stage matches, Port Vale October 6th and Chesterfield on November the 10th. Here's Sheffield United again. O'Hare couldn't get it away. Peck, he wants to let fly. That one's deflected, and it's going to go out of play. New Steel City Derby for Sheffield United this year. They open up the campaign on Saturday against Birmingham City. So Birmingham coming to Bramall Lane to start the season, the first of their 3 August games. The first 8 for the Blades, Birmingham at home. Then back-to-back games in Wales against Swansea and Cardiff. Before home matches against Bolton and Norwich. Then they're away to Blackburn, hosting Wolves, and then travel to Stoke. And it looks as if they're going to be in the second round of this competition. That's back. Here is Bliss. Mansfield get one back before the end of the game. Here's Russell. Mansfield the one ball, playing it back now over towards has it. Hewitt. Sheffield United with it again. They want to just keep possession, and they can get a third. Hey, that'd be great too. Peck, O'Hare. They might get that third. Oh, good pass. Cannon. Oh, a good save there by Lewis. A desperation save that he had to make. And by George, he did it. Whipped in again. Now Sariki. Sariki with a delivery. O'Hare's in there. So too is Cannon. Mansfield able to clear it long way away. Now here is Mansfield with Mariah Welsh. Oates, and Oates takes a tumble. Club looking at Mariah Welsh gets a water bottle. 82nd minute, Sheffield United just about to the finish line in this game. Welsh having a conference here, and there's it's a hydration. It's a very late hydration break, I may add. Back in a moment. One change made during this hydration break, and it's another one of the new Sheffield United players, Matt Doherty, arriving from Wolves. He just came on in the final minutes here. Here's O'Hare for Sheffield United. Drawing a wedge. O'Hare uses out. Here's a long Mansfield ball, but it is dealt with. Sixth minute, Reese Oates. Clock now at 86 minutes. Been a bit of a frustrating day in some respects if you're a Mansfield Town supporter. Felt like you could have had a real chance, but wasn't to be. Keeper along the slide, and another Sheffield United player now down. A yellow card now being brandished towards Thompson. Here's Sheffield United off the free kick. O'Hare, they're trying to walk in another one. Hewitt. Hewitt trying to play it towards Oates. Mansfield have it now with Blake Tracy. Long ball being played. Still an opportunity, and it wasn't there. Sheffield United now with possession. Chipped in. Oh, is it going to be another one? It sure is. One plays it on a plate for Callum O'Hare. 3 goals, and Sheffield United are into round 2 with one heck of a performance in the second half. 3-0 to the Blades. They can punch their ticket for round 2 of the EFL Cup. Great finish by O'Hare. Mansfield just desperately defending and a tough break for the Stags. 3-0, it's going to finish here more than likely unless they get another goal. Three minutes of stoppage time at the end of this game. You see the situation here. We're going to have to add some time. I'll tell you, this clock is what they had the buzzer set on for the timer is very interesting. There's Sheffield United with it now. They'll try to finish off these 3 minutes of stoppage time. So Peck out there with the play. I'm trying to do too many things at once with this. It can get really tiring sometimes. Mansfield free kick, and I'm not good at this anyway. I don't even know why I fiddle with it. Long free kick out of play. Nigel Clough back to the drawing board and getting ready for a marathon league campaign. There's a throw in. And a foul build-up free kick for Mansfield, and it will be Lewis over it. Mansfield with the back. The referee is going to blow for full time, and Sheffield United with easy passage in the end. Mansfield had spells in the second half where they played very, very well. But Sheffield United hit him with a couple of quick hitters at the end, and it's the Blades from the championship that advance past the League One Stags. Full time, it's finished at One Call Stadium with goals. Sheffield United got the first goal of the game. Patrick Bamford via a fortunate bounce. That was the first game goal. The second came just past 70 minutes on a great header by Mark McGuinness. And Callum O'Hare bundled in a third. Again, back at the drawing board for Mansfield. Sheffield United heading on to round 2 of this League Cup. Full time, Mansfield Town 0,